The project to date has been about trying to build a viable and sustainable case for redeveloping the Odeon building into a live music venue. Capacity of around 2,500 all seated, or just over 3,000 with stalls standing, that will be the centrepiece, if you like, of a re-emerging nightlife in Bradford.
We have been working for the past 3 or 4 years trying to help organizations, mainly community-based ones, develop spaces that deliver both a benefit for the community and a financial return. When we met with the group of Bradford One, we knew right away that we wanted to be involved.
It's such an exciting thing to be able to work through all of the fine detail behind a project and find a model that will work financially and sustainably, but also something, you know, above and beyond what the community actually want to be a part of, want to come to and want to join in with. And for me, those two things come together in perfect harmony with the Odeon.
What's really exciting about Bradford One's project is that it's music-based and live entertainment-based. So it's gonna cross several cultures at the same time while being a cultural project. Not many projects like that out there.
We want to be a venue that opens kind of all day, every day. We don't just want to be a venue that's, you know, open twice a week.
And what we wanted to do was to open up, particularly the frontage of the building, to then really have this direct in and out relationship with the City Park, so that you could see from City Park all the activity that was going on in the building. But from the building looking out, you also had the great views across City Park, and looked at creating a building that became a shop window, if you like, for the city, as well as serving all the basic ancillary needs of a major performance venue. So the bars and restaurants and front of house areas are all provided in that space as well. The balance of the site, which is currently a surface car park, we always saw as a very straightforward opportunity for a commercial development, which would help cross-fertilise the payments and funding onto the theatre building itself, because any refurbishment of this size obviously is an expensive exercise, and we needed to find some seed money on the site if possible to minimise the amount of public funding that we needed. Inside the building there is this what we hope is still an amazing performance venue and theatre space, which it appears to still be mostly intact above the insertions that were put in the 70s and 80s when it was converted into a multi-screen cinema and bingo hall. And what we're looking to do is to renovate that original auditorium back to its original state. But what we also wanted to do is to emphasise the quality of those interiors by the insertion of some new elements that we will design. Because we found in the past, dealing with an awful lot of listed buildings particularly, that new additions tend to work better if they're very modern, sympathetic insertions into a building, which then in their own way emphasise the quality of the original architecture.
We think the development will cost in the region of 14 to 16 million pounds, and some of that capital will come from the sale of the site to the rear with planning permission for just over 300 student beds. The community share issue will be something around £500,000 and will be an investment for social benefit.
We'll be working with people through Bradford College and so on to do apprenticeships, to provide education, jobs and experiences. So for us it's not just a commercial venture, but it's also you know, really dear to everybody's hearts. Part of Bradford One is what social impact that this will have, and that's really quite significant.
Bradford One's aim is to retain the ownership of the building within Bradford. Bradford One was set up as a community benefit society so that the asset could be transferred from Bradford Council. The idea being that we then put a management team in place to operate it. That has the advantage is that any profits stay within Bradford.
Bradford One is the development group. And like every developer, they're not the ones that are going to operate the venue. They're going to hire seasoned professionals to operate the venue. And that's everybody from the general management of it to the sessional staff and to the variety of partners that we're engaging with.
Even on conservative estimates, will mean that we'll make a profit in excess of £1 million within a fairly short space of time, and that Bradford One will be able to reinvest that back into Bradford for the benefit of culture, education and enterprise.
You've got a highly democratic organisation overseeing and developing what is going to be a very, very commercial operation.
We've been very careful to look at a brief for the building that's based on need, not just on a wish list. That this has to be a commercially based project which stands on its own 2 feet.
And for me, this is it. This is the big change that everybody's been waiting for.